Hi, this is Monica from Unique Designs by Monica, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this delicious SVG of breakfasts or a brunch. And as you can see the image over here, I made this like 5 years ago on the Cricut, but as you can see, some of the shapes are a little kind of, angular, and I wanted to recreate it to make it give it a softer look. For instance, you can see right here, I had to use a heart tool and then use a polygon just to get the bread. But with this one, it's a little bit better. At least I think so. I mean, I guess I can make this a more angular if I wanted to. But as you can see, the butter is just a square when I can actually have it look more like it's melting. It's neither here nor there. But today I'm going to be showing you how to make every single one of these breakfast items or brunch items. Lunch. Linder. Nope. All right, let's get started. So let's move all of these over here. Let's get rid of this guy right here, and we're going to start off with my bread. Now, I may actually make my bread look better. So, since I don't have a heart tool, I'm going to have to make it myself. And I am using a polygon. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Yeah, polygon tool. I'm going to get rid of my little red lines here, and I'm going to convert path. And now I'm going to use 2 circles on each side. Alright, I want these to be lined up properly. There we go. Now I'm not too concerned if they don't align perfectly, because I will make them align eventually. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's get a little closer look. That looks good, that looks good. And now I'm going to weld. Okay, we got our bread. We got our bread. We got our bread. Okay, again, it goes directly under my line stop. And I really hate it when it does that. Alright, I'm going to go to my fill panel over here, and I'm going to make this a nice dark brown. Now, if you have a choice. You have a choice. Let me duplicate this. You have a choice to get rid of this point right here. And this point right here, if you want. Just to soften it a little bit, because it stops abruptly right here. And it's always good to simplify. That way you have less points to worry about. You can always use this little line tool right here. I'm not sure if you can see this. Let me get a little closer. You see this little guy here? You can make these more loafy, less loafy, more angular or straight. Let's go back. And then you have, the one that we originally started. To be honest, I kind of like this one better. So I'm going to get rid of you. And now we're going to do the inside. So we're going to go over to the offset panel. I have to highlight it first. And then go doing the inside. This is the offset. This is the inside right here. That's a little too much. So I'm going to just move my line and get it to where I want it to go. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Let's lighten it up a little. Good, good. Got our bread. I might actually make myself some toast later. That sounds really good. Now, no toast doesn't go well without butter. Whether you have soy butter, almond butter, or pumpkin butter. Definitely have to make myself some toast later. I'm going to start with, what did I use here? I used my rounded rectangle, and that looks pretty good. I don't think I need to change anything with that. I'm going to highlight it and then convert my path. Then get a nice buttery yellow, maybe a little less buttery. It's a little too big. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now you can leave it like that if you want. You don't have to have the melty thing going on over here, but if you do, you need to grab your curve shape tool. Now all I'm going to do is just start making lines of drippiness. Not anything crazy, just, some drippiness. And then bring it right back. I'm going to change the color. And then bring this guy forward. Now you can fiddle with this to make it as melty as you want. Or not as melty, depending on how you want it. And I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, you are done with your bread. But again, this is just my preference. Let's just change the line to black. I'm not a big fan of the red line. That's just me though. Delicious tea. Okay, I'm going to move this guy over. And as you can see, this one's a little bit more flat. So if you want, you can make this as flat or as big as you want. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Group it together. And I'm going to move it over here. Alright, now I'm going to be doing my eggs. Now, some of you out there have red yolk eggs. And some of you have yellow yolk eggs. And some of you have both. I have seen both. I've only had the yellow one. So, but just for visual, I have both. And in order to make my eggs, all I'm going to do is just grab my circle tool. I'm going to hold down my shift key, let it go, hold, and I'm just going to do a couple of these. Just random circles, just like that. Now you can adjust this to have them touch or not touch. It's really up to you. I want this one right here to be a little bit bigger. Okay, and I want this guy to be a little bit bigger. That looks pretty good. Now before I do anything, I'm just going to grab one of my circles, copy and paste, turn that one yellow, again with the line. There we go. Now I'm going to highlight everything and weld. Now as you can see, it left something in the middle. In order to make that go away, because if you go over here, make this white, you can still see it. See how you can see right through? All you gotta do is release it, and we delete it, and now we have our egg, number 1 egg. Now again, I don't really like the red line, so I'm going to change it, and I'm going to put it right here. Now for these two, they're exactly the same. One is just bigger than the other. So all I did was copy and paste, make this a little bit bigger, grab my yellow, turn it the same color. Oh, again, sorry, this is the only thing that you'll see me struggle with, is just changing the line color from fill to the line outside. And there we go. We got ourselves our eggs. So let's move these eggs over here. These are done. I'm going to group this. Oh, I just welded it. Sorry. Group. And group. We got 2 eggs, some toast. You know what? Let's make the plate. And to be honest, the plate is probably the easiest. All you're just going to do is grab your circle, hold down your shift. And this, by doing this, you get the exact same shape. Size. So this size will be 6.353, and this side will be the same, no matter what. I'm going to use the fill in white. And then I'm going to go over here and insert it. Now, mine's a little bit smaller, so all I'm going to do is just get some gray in here, and then just going to make it go. I could have fiddled with it over here, but to be honest, you could just make it the size you want and then put this right in the center. Ta-da! Okay. Change the line color to black, and so far, let's move this to behind. We got 2 eggs. We got some toast. Wait, is this the same one? Yes, yes it is. Got some toast. Maybe bring the toast to the front. Nah. Let's make the eggs go into the front. All right. Make this toast a little bit bigger. All right, we got our plate, we got our toast, we got our eggs. Now, we are going to grab our sausages. Now, you don't have to choose these colors. This is what, you can get over here, or you can change it to a specific color right down here. But these are the ones that I just went with. And all I did is I went and got my rounded rectangle tool, believe it or not. And you're thinking, well, it's not the same shape. Yeah, it's not. Not right now, anyway. Let's make the right color here. Fill it in with the right color. Here we go. Let's get a little closer. And as you can see, this has 2 red points. In order to make it more sausage-like, all I'm doing is rounding the edges until I feel like it's more, there we go, sausage base. There we go. Now, this is kind of too girthy, so I'm just going to slim it down just a little bit. Kind of reminds me of one of those hot links, the red hot links. All right, I'm going to convert the path, and now I'm going to put the little score marks. And I did it the same way. All I'm doing is copy and paste, changing the color to gray. And all I'm doing is just making it smaller. That's it. That's all I'm doing. And then I'm tilting it ever so slightly. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Let's just move it in a little more. Now, instead of cut and paste, all I'm going to do is go over here to the replicate tool. And I'm going to have it go down. Now, it gives me the option to do 3 at a time. So that's what I'm going to do. 3. 3. All right. I see I have a lot more space up above, so I'm just going to move it. There we go. And I'm done. There are my sausage. That's one of my sausages. Duplicate it and make it into a little X of sorts. A little off-centered, just like that. Got myself some sausage. Don't want this in the front. Yeah, that doesn't look so bad. Actually, I'm going to put it more down here. I have a lot more room down here. Sausage, eggs, toast. Got my plate. Okay, now for my coffee, which is right here. And as you can see, it kind of looks like a magnifying glass a little bit. But to be honest, if you want to make it look more like a coffee color, once you cut it out, and if you're doing this with cardstock, just grab a little bit of ink, distress on the very top, the inside of this, and it'll look more coffee-ish. Okay, let's grab ourselves a circle. And I'm just holding down my shift key so it'd be a perfect circle. And then I'm going to turn this white. Now you can make this coffee cup white, brown, black. This is your cup. You can make it whatever color you want. I'm going to make it blue this time around. And now I'm going to do the inner circle. Not that one. This one right here. And I'm going to change this to a nice little coffee color. Let's see. That looks pretty good. All right. Now we're going to do the rounded rectangle again. And that's going to be our handle. And all you really want to do is have it just jet out just a little bit. Let's convert the path. Select. And select. What I'm selecting right now is just the blue. Not the brown, but the blue. And then I'm going to weld. Move this to the back. And now you have yourselves a nice breakfast, brunch, whatever kind of SVG. Let's just change the color again. This is a small thing for me, but there we go. Thank you so much for stopping on by and checking out how to make SVGs using basic shapes. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you very much and have a beautiful day.